Yeah, your phone has a good camera.
I don't know why they be playing y'all with these iPhones.
I just like the operating system.
I mean, it's simple. It's a simple and easy and very, but that's the reason why people like it so much.
Mm-hmm. Because I don't need to do much. I'm like, hey, can I?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Welcome to the Earth is Ghetto podcast. I am Sid and
I am Aaron, and that's Milo.
Our resident mascot. So we're gonna dive right into our mental health check-in. It's only been a few days since our last one, yeah. But how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a bit optimistic because the more shit goes on, the more I'm grateful that I have community. Because, like we said before, ain't nobody got us but us, each other. Okay.
Thanks.
So I don't know where I would be without that, and it's kind of just got me thinking like, wow, I'm glad I have you in my life. You know, I'm really everyone that
I honestly was thinking that as well the last couple of days, like, because things are really hard, right? Things have been so difficult, whether it's like financially, emotionally, just there's so many things that we're all going through separately and together. And the fact that we have each other to lean on, despite we don't have it monetarily, it makes me feel so rich. It makes me feel like this is what wealthy is supposed to mean. Mm-hmm. When you really have people that ride for you, whatever. Like, even if you don't like somebody and you decide I want to like them again, I still hate them forever. Mm-hmm. I did it before, I'll do it again. But I'm just not, I'm very much in a space where I'm not going to, I can't continue with the powerlessness, with the, it's all doom. But we're also not going to pretend what's not happening is happening. Nobody's putting their head in the sand. But at the same time, it makes me feel good that I'm able to see light in some of these things. Because it's been so hard and it's been so dark for such a long time. And the people around me, the family that I have set up, the community that I have set up, bring light to me. And yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Diablo.
Hey.
All right. Let's get into it. I'm going to let you start. So, Puffy Love, Brother Love, P. Diddy, the Diddler.
The most dangerous man in the music industry only got 48 months.
50. He got 50.
50 months. Again, I don't think y'all know how dangerous this man is, and if y'all do, some of y'all don't care because why? Or some of y'all celebrating that's all he got. Like, oh, hey. No, he should be in there for life.
And if anything was fair, no, honestly, if anything was fair, which nothing is, and I acknowledge it, that man would have gotten a RICO, and he would have gotten decades in prison. Decades in prison. That's what should have happened, if we're going to keep it a buck. Now, unfortunately, as per usual, it didn't happen. Tell me why this man is still so upset that he got 50 months. He thought he was going home. Hey, y'all. Who said hey, y'all? Why can't I see? Oh,
he's a reading.
Oh, okay. I was like, hey. Okay, I was waiting for it to come up on this one. I'm like, it's small up there. My eye's not good. My bad, girl. I can't see. And he is going to go to Club Fed, and it's going to be a cakewalk. Yes, it really is. And yes, you're talking about Diddy. And it is going to be a cakewalk. I am so thoroughly disgusted with where we are when it comes to this. And I think the issue that I have the most is we really do look at this like a joke. Mm-hmm. I cannot tell you how often we use these things as just regular euphemisms. Oh, no Diddy? No Diddy? That man is a full-blown predator. He has assaulted women with objects until they defecated on themselves. I'm sorry. No, Diddy? The fact that we're trying to write this off as just like, I'm a really freaky girl. You take me home. Like this man just likes to eat a little mud butt or something. You make it sound like oh, he just like scat play or some bullshit. No Diddy, i.e. no, did he? Yeah. You're so
right. I want y'all to know that y'all expose yourselves when y'all say no Diddy, because obviously it comes from homophobia, but it lets me know that you only are shook by this because of the gay shit or whatever. But everything else you don't care about because you're only saying it to be homophobic. So it lets me know that, okay, so you're cool with everything that he did.
Honestly, it's the same.
But when it comes to, like, same for, and I'm going to take it there, straight black men, y'all really don't, a lot of y'all, because if it hits you, y'all know how I am, don't really care about anything that affects the black community unless it's gay. If other than that, it's like, well, we ain't never be free. I hope someday we do.
They gave him a lot of room. I think he's done so much worse than they said in court. Of course, these are only the things they could prove. That was all. I feel like people are not realizing, bro. That was all they could prove, is what they brought to court. Now, I don't know how old everybody is. I know me and Allison, we kind of around the same age. First, life restriction. See what I'm saying?
Is it the damn smoke?
I don't think it's this. No, it's a vape pen.
Girl, you know how they be, girl.
Oh, girl. Yes, I am live on YouTube as well, so you might want to go to the YouTube.
Look, you say I leaned over to the left.
I think that we just got a live restriction.
Girl.
So this may go off soon. But I will continue. It's fine. So I feel like so me and Allison and surprisingly, when I looked at the analytics, a lot of the listeners are around my same age, right? And I remember when P. Diddy and J-Lo used to be together. I remember when they used to be together and they went to that club and he shot that woman in the face. And he let Shine go down for it. Sorry, pew-pewed, whatever, I'm sorry. Bro, I'm sorry.
But then it's like sometimes people be saying it and nothing happens. So they just pick and choose.
They really do. And this is the thing. And it was only right after that. And if you notice, that's the only man that J-Lo didn't get an affinity ring from. Okay? That's the only one that she didn't get an infinity ring from. And I think we all know why. I truly think we all know why. His issue has been his predatory behavior has been on display since making the band. It's been on display since before making the band. There have been so many people who have gone out of their way to try and speak their truth, and they are constantly silenced. And I'll be honest, when we were, watching this trial, Cassie sitting there, almost 9 months pregnant, and testifying to the most disgusting things that have ever happened to her. And to hear people's reaction to that, it was so, it's almost like, where you ever see like somebody like online on TikTok and maybe they're young and they have like a bunch of kids and they're like, it was your choice to have 5 kids. It was your choice to have 6 kids. And so on and so forth. I'm like, they can't say nothing about like their situation. And you see how small that is on the scale of what I'm talking about? That's so ridiculously small on the scale of what I'm talking about, what Cassie actually had to say in front of her husband and her actual predator. She had to say that in front of him while he was in the room. Oh no, Biggie's more than questionable. That's something that Issa just said. Biggie since Biggie, LOL, and Biggie questionable too. I need some of you to listen to some of the lyrics. A lot, and listen. I was also a big Biggie Smalls fan, but let's be honest. There was that one song where he was talking about boying that 13-year-old. Okay, there was a lot of things, or just some very predatory, even just gay shit. Like, I'll fuck you in the ass, and I'm just like
oh my god, and I'm sorry, I'm like, and they're gonna call me anti-black for saying this.
Oh, whatever.
We have to be honest when it comes to rap music and hip hop music. As important as it is, we have normalized a lot of fucked up shit. And
what's worse is it wasn't always like that. Mm-hmm. When hip hop first came out, we were not talking about, booty, punch it, fuck me now. That really wasn't
Molly and girl.
Molly, Percocets, whatever. And listen, and again, there is a place for that music. I'm not saying no. My issue is that hip hop has been co-opted by white corporations to go put out a specific message.
Yeah, red pill hip hop.
Exactly, red pill hip hop. I feel like a lot of people aren't trying to understand what these things mean. And when you have people like Diddy, who have so much money and so much power and so much clout, it's almost like you can't do shit about it. And let me tell you something. P. Diddy's not the only one. He's not the most dangerous man in the industry. He's the most dangerous man in the industry that we know of. Because Clive Davis walked so that P. Diddy could run. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave that right there. Do whatever you will with that information. Okay? I think him getting 50 months is disgusting.
You hate black men.
Sure. I'll go to the last how many people. It doesn't matter. I think that it is gross to see black people cape for him the way they are. Yes, at least we did have some variety back then. There was a lot of variety with the hip hop back then. You had your neo soul artists. You had your dead presidents. You know what I'm saying. You had just a different array. And now it's like Tekashi 6ix9ine's children have all just taken over hip hop. And you've got, niggas like Slim Thug, is it Young Thug? Young Thug. Whatever. You know what? I'm old. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know all the thugs. But what I'm saying is that it is really gross, the fact that I love hip hop. I love rap. I love poetry. It is something that was built out of oppression. You ever heard Filipinos sing real good? Built out of oppression, okay? That's a colonized people, okay? They be making some beautiful shit. That's what we do. And the issue that I'm having the most of is that it's not only being co-opted, it's also being co-opted by people like Diddy and saying, well, guess what? I'm black. Even though he's still trying to go ahead and ostracize, villainize, and prosecute, and punitively fuck up whoever is going to get in his way, period.
Yeah.
Anyway, any last words about Diddy before we...
No, all I got to say is, again, I don't think, black folks, I want better for us, and... This saying that this whole trying to defend predators just because they're black, we're not going to be free from that. So, do you want to be free or not? You can't sit here and say you want to be free, and then, oh my God, free Kodak Black, free Tory, free Diddy.
All in the name of them being black men, but you don't want to say anything about Marcellus Williams. You don't want to say anything about Robert Hinton. If there are black men that are worth caping for, there are black hold on. Get me upset. There are black men who are worth caping for. And this is what you do? You think I forgot about Jonathan Majors? How y'all were calling this man gay because he all up in the photos? You're just like, oh, he's got to be gay. And he wearing flowers. He's wearing all kind of stuff. I hate this shit. And then as soon as he's accused of abuse, everybody put their fucking cape on and said shit like, well, he should have been with a black woman, so he could have been knocking her head between the washer and the dryer. That's what you have to offer? That's what you have to say?
Y'all sound just like the people who were saying, oh, well, what Bill Cosby get, at least they were white folks. White, I'm like, oh, y'all.
Which, all the way, a lie. There was 100%
like,
black women.
Disgusting.
100% a lie.
Because it's like, regardless.
I don't care what the race of the person is that's getting beaten on. I need you to understand that.
Simple math.
You're letting me know you're not good people. You're telling me constantly you're not good people, and then you want me to be like, oh, okay. The fuck? Nah, I'm straight.
Speaking of the next abuser, Chris Brown fans are upset because he scammed y'all, and honestly, why should we care?
So apparently, crickety crack. You're a lovable, light-skinned dancing devil. Went ahead and changed the venue for a concert, and I guess everybody lost their money. Usually, when stuff like this happens, the artist and their team will go ahead and be like, "Oh, let me refund you." People really lost empathy. It's so harmful. You ain't lying. Mm-hmm. They were like, "Well, if we paid for the ticket and we still can't go, I don't understand what the problem is." Blah 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 blah. Fine. Then, black women en masse were coming on TikTok being like, this was really disgusting. He scammed us. And I'm just like...
Well, I thought he could do no wrong.
The same person you want to pay $1,000 to take a picture.
Girl, I don't know what's cameras. I'm just like looking up.
Yeah, no, listen. You listen to this anyway,
right? Okay? Hell, y'all ain't watching our ad.
Exactly. Most of y'all are on Apple listening to us anyway. You don't care where we look, okay?
Right.
Sorry to the people on Spotify. Y'all are people confused. Anyway, but no, I am. Chris Brown has been. How do I put this? It's really sad that no matter what seems to happen, there will never be a decrease in his fans. No matter what it is that he does. I feel like he's a lot like Donald Trump in that way. You know how Donald Trump was like, I could shoot somebody on Saks Fifth Avenue and still get away with it. I really feel like that's...
And he knows that.
And I think that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, bro. How many times have we got to tell you about him? How many times? So I'm sorry. I just in ending, this is going to be a real quick topic. I hate to tell you. We do not feel sorry for you. We will never feel sorry for you for getting scammed by Chris fucking Brown. Most of his fans are black women who he doesn't like anyway.
Yep. Apparently, and it happened again.
Diablo kind of bad.
Another dark-skinned black woman got denied from sitting within the section. It happened just recently again.
And listen, I hate to victim blame, right? But when these very beautiful black women are coming into my FYP and saying shit like, I can't believe I didn't get in his fucking section. I am sorry you feel bad. Like I don't got it. Listen, but who's the worst fandom?
In my opinion, even though they all are terrible, they're all fucking terrible. We should not be standing. I have to keep saying this.
Yo, the whole standing celebrities, I feel like it's lost on people where the word standing came from.
Stan means they can do no wrong at all.
But more than that, Stan came from the Eminem song. He had that bitch locked up in a trunk. What are we talking about? Like, did anybody listen to the words? We didn't listen to the words? Okay, cool. If you don't know, I'm telling you now. That's what stan culture comes from. And that song was about a person who was obsessed with his idol. The song didn't end well. Like, everybody died.
If I had to put them in order, personally, I would say Swifties first because of just a lot of racism and anti-blackness with that. Then the Barbs. Then Breezy. Chris Brown fans, then Beyonce fans. Or Beehive. So Swifties, Barbs, Powder Bears, and then why did I say that? And then the Beehive. And as someone but I'm a honeybee. I'm in the Beehive too. I'm not a killer bee, but I'm a honeybee. Killer bees can't call her for being a capitalist billionaire who doesn't give a fuck about us. The honeybees are like, hey, I love you down, you inspire me, but girl, this is a cash grab.
like I'm not gonna pretend that's not what's happening. And honestly, especially when we're talking about like the fandoms, and we're gonna get into the long back lovers, aka the Swifties. We are 100% gonna get there. But like, for me, I'm sorry that I cannot give you any fucking sympathy. I can't. I cannot give you any of my sympathy, especially when no one put hands on you. You just went to go do some shit they thought wasn't gonna happen to you. Period. You just thought it wasn't going to happen to you. Same thing with the ICE raid. Same thing with a lot of the shit that goes on in the country where we stay silent. You didn't think it was going to happen to you, so you were cool. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. So, anyway, we good?
Yeah.
All right.
And speaking of fandom, Cardi B and Nicki. Take it away.
Not tap on the shoulder. All right. So,
take me.
So, first things that I will say about Cardi B, who, by the way, is not infallible. I need us to understand that. Cardi B has been fatphobic. Cardi B has said some very colorist comments in the past. Yes, she cleaned it up and apologized, but let's be honest, that shit still happened.
Transphobic.
Transphobic. And that was recently in her lyrics to her diss to JT, because we're not gonna...
With the whole diss to JT's... well, your man take...
Yeah, she said, my man cheated on me, but your man take dick in the ass.
And I'm just like, both of y'all men are trash. Both of y'all men are...
And he's not trash because he likes to get paid. He's trash because we all know he beat on you. That's why he's trash.
Right. When I say trash, obviously I'm talking about the behavior. Both of y'all's men are trash.
And this is not about whatever their sexual preference is, and it's weird for you to put that in there. And listen, I laughed too. I didn't say it was a crime to laugh. What I'm saying is that I can still go in and do that and be like, yeah, that wasn't okay. I can do those two things. I truly can. And I feel like a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't. They are under the impression that if you say anything against somebody, it's impossible.
I was told that it's impossible that you're a Beyonce fan because I said, hey, at the end of the day, this was at work. She's a girl. She spent $2,000 on tickets. $2,200 to be specific. And I was like, okay, girl. And she was like, yeah, I had to skip out on my light bill and my water bill and all these to go see. I said, that's not cute. And I think this, not to bring politics into it a little bit, but I think this is the difference between leftist and liberal. Because she's very liberal, and I'm like, hey, fuck all these rich folks, actually. So
eat the rich. Eat the rich, but we want to eat Beyonce and Rihanna last, but they still need to be eaten. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, they really shouldn't be last. They should be more like the middle, you know? We should be going after white corporations first, but we have to get to them. Are we going to forget that Rihanna has human rights violations in her factories in India that are making all of her Fenty products? You know what sucks? When you are quote unquote the woke friend, which by the way, I really hate that shit.
White folks really bastardize that term.
Allie's like, I can't even justify the $300 for the tickets for My Chemical Romance.
Like, for real though, like.
And I love My Chemical Romance, still can't do it. I'm still blasting Black Parade at 38 years old, still can't do it. And this is the thing. I feel like a lot of the things that I bring up, they're always like, why are you dissecting it this much? Why are you asking these many questions? Why can't you just enjoy the music? Why does it have to be this or that, and so on and so forth? And I'm just like, I'm enjoying the music. I actually love the music. Beyonce is a lyrical, vocal genius.
The reason why I take singing seriously now is because, like, she inspires me for real.
Bro.
My favorite vocalist. But again, she don't give a fuck about me. She don't know who I am.
Exactly.
And we gotta be real about that. And that's okay. These are entertainers. I like her for her art and her entertainment and her music.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know nothing about her politics. I don't even know how she feels about people for real. That woman don't even talk. Stop it. Stop it. You be putting words in this lady's mouth on a regular basis. You don't even know how she feels about nothing. Ali says Rihanna usually is left out of this conversation, and I think it's important that she's brought in. And and they also said love her deep, but she is a billionaire, 100%. And you can't be a billionaire without exploiting someone else. There's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. There's no such thing. You could be an ethical millionaire. You cannot be an ethical billionaire. Sorry.
Yeah. Because, girl, go ahead.
Look, I am just at the point with all of this where it's like, we don't really have a choice but to break down the smoke and mirrors that we have built for ourselves in reference to celebrity. I'll mention Pedro Pascal again. I've never fashioned myself as somewhat of a bird, right? But Pedro Pascal, caca. Right? I have a problem. I'm going to work that out in therapy, but I'm just saying. Do you think... all right, that you listen, we sharing him, all right, at this point, Allie. But do you think that if he was to come out against trans rights or all of a sudden be like, oh, ICE is okay, that I would still be on that shit? Like, once you get new information, it's okay to change your mind. And I feel like a lot of times people feel the need to defend any new information they get because of the parasocial relationships that we have, that so that we can't ever see like, hey, TD Jakes don't like you, he just wants to be swallowed. Right? I'm sorry, Beyonce doesn't give a fuck about anybody but that checkbook and the children that came out of her.
And then when she said it out loud too, and that's why I said, okay, I see you, I gotta be careful with you. She said I might just be the next Black Bill Gates in the making. She said it in the song, and that's why I was like, "Oh, black capitalism." You think?
Yeah.
You're pretty conservative. Okay, so
and we're not even going to talk about the Buffalo Soldier bullshit, because what the fuck was that?
And that is one of the topics. Speaking of Beyonce and Jay Capitalists,
you know what? Might as well just bring that in.
Sitting at the table with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump.
Oh,
well, like,
speak, friend.
How can we be shocked by that? I wasn't. I was just like. My jaw did not drop, okay? Because they've both been trying to tell you, hey, this black excellence, black capitalist, this is what they own.
Listen.
And then Jay-Z said that calling him a capitalist is like calling him the N-word. He said it's a slur. So yeah, that's why I was like, girl.
And he's also trying to open up a casino. I'm not sure what state it's in. It may be New York. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, this is what's going to get black people out of gambling their money in a low income place is supposed to."
I'm glad they rejected that shit.
I'm not stupid, and I really hate when people play in my face. And they are playing in your face and you're not angry enough for me. When you see Beyonce sitting at a table with Jared Kushner and all you can come up with is excuses as if they don't have the power.
Can't pick where she sits at.
Beyonce can't pick where she sits? Come on now. Yes, I think I saw something about a Caesar's Palace in Times Square. Yes.
And let's say even if the highest bitch in the music industry couldn't pick where she sits at. let's say she couldn't pick. She still should have got her ass. Jay, let's go. We're not sitting with these clan members. That's what she should have. But she can't. She can't do that. And
listen, when I don't want to be someplace, I look at my feet and leave. But there was a reason why they were also in charge of the gathering that event. Mm-hmm. I'm done. I really hope that's not true.
They were, because I think, what did it have to do? I think like some reform.
Whatever. Never want to dismantle. We always just want to try and put a Band-Aid on a bullet hole.
People who were like, oh my God, it's not her fault. She can't. As a billionaire, you could have got your ass up.
My love, you have enough money to start your own gala with only people that you want to come.
You should have been like, bitch, I'm Beyonce. I don't have to sit next to no white supremacists. I fuck what my name says right here, and I'm getting up and I'm leaving. But you can't do that because you got deals.
But especially with the aesthetic that you have put out. You've put out a pro-black aesthetic. It doesn't mean that's a pro-black politic. Mm-hmm. It looks good. It makes money. We can do Formation Tour. Come on. We can go ahead and do a whole album on the beauty of Afrobeats and then come out for Tiffany blood diamonds. Mm-hmm. I'm not asking you. That's the thing that I hate about this. You say this shit about Beyonce, and it's like, you're a hater, you hate her, you hate her, you hate her, you hate her.
Y'all would think I've never seen this bitch 5 times in concert before.
I haven't seen her once, but it's because of money. I'm broke. But if I had money, I would have gone to see Beyonce at least once.
Because I grew up with her. So, I grew up, my mom put me on her.
Listen, I was alive way before Beyonce came out. Like, I remember when she was like, bills, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you. To see where everything has grown to, her performance, her singing, it's been a beautiful arc to see. It truly has. One of the most amazing performances of our fucking time. But that woman's a capitalist.
At the end of the day.
And she had no problem playing her concert in Israel right after October 7th. That's a person who wants cash. That's not a person who cares about politics or oppressed people. Same thing with Bad Bunny, who said to everybody, I'm not doing any more concerts in America because they're going to set ICE up at my shows. ICE has come out saying that we are going to park at the entrances at the Superbowl that he's performing at. Has he pulled out?
No, because he cares about that social capital.
He cares about social capital, and I need you to understand, people will say, oh, he cares about upsetting white people. Upsetting white people is not revolutionary.
Right.
They're going to be upset regardless.
It's just naturally mad. Just inherently mad.
Never.
So it's like, at the end of the day, the celebrities are not our friends. And to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if most of their asses vote with more conservative policies because their tax bracket.
That's wild. Yeah. Bills and scrubs. Listen. And this is my whole thing. I need people to stop talking about this canceled rhetoric. No one's getting canceled. I don't want to take stuff off the air. I don't want people. The only thing I want to take off the air is R. Kelly. Otherwise, I don't care what you watch. I feel like anything that we listen to, we have the ability to learn from. Because media literacy is not just for TV and movies. It's for music and for celebrities as well. And so this is something that you could take anywhere and everywhere. Like, the propaganda for certain things are real. I'm just asking you not to be taken in by it. Mm-hmm. I'm not asking you to not listen or not partake or not whatever. I'm telling you to stop listening. I'm telling you to unsubscribe from Disney because they are funding a genocide. I want you to unsubscribe from certain things, but that's because I believe that you should pirate everything.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't say stop watching it. Damn. Whatever. It just pissed me off. All right. Any last words?
No, I'm good on my end.
All right. Next one.
Let's see. You pick.
Oh,
Rapture Talk. Let's do that one. I'm like, you pick. No, I'm gonna pick.
You know what? In fact, because we've been on here. Okay, no, we got time. All right, Rapture Talk. Yeah, let's. You know what? Let's do the Swifties actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get that out.
I love tracking them.
Yeah, you know. Not this nigga sat up.
Right, you know.
He was like, "That's my favorite thing."
No, because this woman really she needs to be studied for white supremacist purposes.
So you want to play the video first, or you want to talk first?
Oh shit! I forgot there was a video for it.
Only because I think it was a really decent breakdown.
Taylor Swift releasing MAGA Apologia in the form of that song Cancelled is, say it with me, propaganda meant to normalize the people actively facilitating all of the horrors we're living through right now.
Her perception of success is deeply capitalistic. Almost, I heard one account on here call it imperialistic.
Safaris are colonial fantasy, and Taylor Swift's Wildest Dream music video leading right into it. The imperialism and lack of creativity people are associating with Taylor Swift is because she's a conservative. The conservative worldview always works on colonial tropes of domination. She knows the Democrats, doesn't matter. She's still a conservative. Furthermore, Taylor Swift never disavowed the white nationalists, white supremacists, alt-right folks who have repeatedly hailed her as an icon, an Arayan goddess, which explains the Wildest Dreams music video, which is set in 1950s Africa. Most African countries were not yet independent of colonial rule by then. Where in Africa? Who knows? And who cares? Because the story is really about the two white colonizers gallivanting on the screen. This music video is an indictment on just how limiting the white conservative imagination truly is. And unfortunately for us,
we're living in the imagination of white people, white supremacy. These things we relentlessly debate about race, gender, the American two-party system, constructs, made up rules, and they sought out to make it a reality through our labor, through our struggle, through war.
The never-ending greed of colonialism and capitalism that always seeks to devour. That is what Taylor is inspired by. That is the essence that Taylor Swift captured and turned into an album. That is how she moves as an artist. That is also why life sucks. We can't have healthcare and freedom and nice things because colonialism and capitalism need to keep devouring. How do you create when all you do is consume? 7 billion people on this planet, the earth, its resources being devoured by a handful of extremely wealthy people who cannot stop consuming, and Taylor is one of them. She's committed to preserving institutions that make the lives of the 99% so miserable, so horrifying. And then because your life sucks, you're incentivized to go on a vacation, like a safari, and then further enrich the handful of people because not only are they your employers on the corporate side, but they are also the ones who own the corporate hotels and all the tourist infrastructure on the leisure side. That safari that you're going on to relax is only made possible by the colonial evictions of indigenous people off of the land that the safaris drive through. People used to live there. It wasn't just animals, but colonizers kicked them out in the name of conservation. Jane Goodall, I'm coming for you. Mind you, those evictions are still going on to this day to expand the safari parks, build hotels in the Masai Mara, which is exactly why I have argued and will continue to argue that tourism is an extension of colonialism. I encourage you to check out all the work that I do over at Savali, my ethical tourism consultancy, dedicated to reimagining tourism as a tool of collective liberation. I have an upcoming trip to Ghana, in which we're going to be putting all that work into practice on the ground as we reimagine what Ghetto December can look like when it is communities and focus on uplifting local workers, artisans, heritage keepers, storytellers, etc. This reimagining isn't just focused on local communities, but also on the travelers as well, making sure that my trips are as accessible as possible to as many people as possible by adding on book now, pay later options that allow people to pay over time without additional interest, especially with a trip like this December that is already expensive in terms of flights. Being able to put down $250 to book your spot and then pay the rest later opens up the possibilities of who all can join. The maintenance travel at its most transformative. If you want to join, the details are linked in our bio and also in the caption and comments below. Spots are limited, so you have to act fast, but if you want in, comment Ghana and we'll send you all the details right to your DM.
Yeah, she is talking fast. I'm sure she sped that up because it was a lot of stuff that was going on. So, I'll let you start.
Where to start? Everyone's saying that the album sounds very racist, very, kind of like a lot of microaggressions in there. Boring as usual. Sounds the same. She's not really doing anything. And my thing is, I've been telling you, all her stuff sounds like that. So I'm just confused as to, is it because she's a little more loud with it now? And that's what's you know what? Not only is it white feminist by the textbook, but also mixed with MAGA too.
So,
but it's actually boring as fuck.
Like every album I've ever heard. Listen, I have never been a fan of Longback. It's never been my thing. I want to say she's only a few years younger than me. I remember when she came out with 16 and it was just taking everybody by storm, and it was just like, oh my God, this whatever. So I was just like, you know what? Because I just love music. I don't care who it's made by, right? So I'm like, I want to see what this is about. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh well, she sounds 16. And what I feel like, it's almost like Nicki Minaj in the sense, because, you know, Swifties are really white barbs. So it reminds me of Nicki Minaj in the sense where her music did not grow with her fan base. I feel like Taylor Swift's music did not grow with her fan base. I think that's really some basic bitch ass shit. And it's unfortunate that all you got to do is put a couple words together and you're like, oh, you know, I got it. But this is where, you know, my mom used to say something to me all the time. She would be like, mediocrity rules. Mm-hmm. Mediocrity rules. Hey, Jay, it's so cool. Mm-hmm. And it happens so often, right? Where, you know, down to our newspaper, which is written at a 5th grade level. Our literacy rates are like literally in the fucking toilet here in America. Excellence is not something that we're actually trying to go after. So I don't even know why we're still saying these things. It's a teeny bop and then have the nerve to call it showgirl. Yeah, I was wondering about what the showgirl, what was it? Showgirl? What's it called? Or not a showgirl. Oh, okay, whatever. Yes, a podcast, baby. I think the part that I am most disgusted by is the fact that she is being so out loud with her racism, and I'm still seeing people trying to defend her. And instead of actually just saying your music is shit and you're a quasi-racist, we're not going to say that. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do instead is be like, man, this album really sucks, even though the music sounds the same.
Right. How it's been sounding for years.
Listen, hey, black people who like Taylor Swift, I have questions. I have real fucking questions. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in your life.
Because why can't you like Hayley Williams? I like her, like, and you might like both, but it's like, why like both? Why not just stick to Hayley Williams?
My whole thing is, you know what? I don't even want to be like, oh, I can't believe you like Taylor Swift. Listen, I'm sure you could tap your foot to it. Why aren't you able to see what she's doing? Mm-hmm. That's my issue.
This Shakespeare lyricist that y'all keep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like this is not an expert lyricist at all. Like,
I can't believe y'all still calling her that, by the way.
Andre 3000 is an expert lyricist. Black Thought is an expert lyricist. Like Mariah Carey is an expert lyricist. Anybody go listen to Breakdown right now.
Yep.
She is not an expert lyricist. And you have spent so long putting 20 on 10 about this woman that now you are now disappointed because you have gotten older and now the music doesn't sound the same. But one thing you refuse to see is the racism, and that's why I don't respect you.
And it also goes to show, going back to with the Barbs as well, y'all are so focused on just strictly numbers that the talent doesn't matter. And since it's all about numbers to y'all, your artist is like, oh, they don't give a fuck how shitty I sound because they're going to support me regardless because they have a parasocial relationship with me and they're going to have that shit on repeat while they're asleep at night to keep my numbers up.
Yep.
That's what they're actually doing, by the way. And people are just not holding them accountable for the trash ass, performance.
It's true.
So because of that, because everyone's so number focused, like, oh, numbers equals talent. This is where we're at.
When we know that's not true. There was some girl on TikTok who was talking about period. And that was like going viral for a second. Mm-hmm. Please stop. Is Jelly Roll a lyricist? Who the hell is Jelly Roll?
No clue.
Okay. But I want to say also the way that you guys think of streams as talent is the way that you think of money as smarts. These two things don't go together. Mm-hmm. Do you know how many talented people? First of all of the Philippines should have a fucking record deal at this point. Mm-hmm. Let's stop playing this fucking game.
You be singing their ass off, honey.
Like, stop it. Did you really think this was about talent? Now, maybe before, during Motown days, where ugly ass niggas didn't have like albums they had to put out, so it didn't matter what they look like, they could just go ahead and be like, man, I am talented. And people listen to the music. That's not happening anymore. Now you have to have a following. Now you have to have a style. Now you have to, like, come on now. It's not the same. And it truly isn't the same. So stop trying to think that that talent is going to equate popularity. Because popularity doesn't even equal money. That's why a lot of these people are still doing tours over and over and over and over and over because they got bills to pay. Because just because that like isn't $1.
And that's why a lot of y'all's faves are on TikTok Live talking about tap the screen to buy their press-on nails.
Bro, and please tap the screen. We all broke out here. But do you see what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about the ones that be talking shit, how calling all of us broke. Well, y'all broke.
Oh, yeah.
But meanwhile, your fave, Nicki Minaj, is on the screen talking about tap the screen and buy my press-on nails.
People who are supposed to be the ones with quote-unquote money. These are not
like,
Joe Schmoes just trying to be able to pay their rent. You got Oprah talking about please donate to the Hawaii Relief Fund, and she's a billionaire.
Santana too, yeah.
Stop it.
And it's like, again, it shows how out of touch they are because it's like, we're all broke out here. We're in a recession. So every other bar you calling us broke, and you wonder why people ain't listen to your shit like that. Like, read the room, be with the times, but you can't because you're out of touch.
And I think a lot of times we want so badly to make this whole money thing to be like this fantasy that we're all trying to chase. So it's like all of our celebrities who are basically the pores of the 1% are the ones who are sitting here being our court jesters, creating this fantasy for us. They're creating the fantasy that we can be billionaires too. We can also have money. I want to be on Cribs. All this other bullshit. It's the truth. Instead of being able to see exactly what's happening in front of your face. But yeah, I'm glad people are finally seeing Taylor Swift for who she is, but it also feels like BS because you're not willing to call her out for being a racist and environmentally unsound. You're not willing to do those things, but you are willing to be like, I don't like this song. This was a mistake. Like, no, yeah,
this is how
and then she also was really weird when it comes to black women, and then her ex having black women on the. It's all weird, bro. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, and also, Swifties, this whole thing was, she writes everything by herself. That's not, well, to y'all it's a brag, because y'all are inherently individualistic, and y'all actually don't value community and collectivism at all. So, your individualism and you bragging about that, of course you would.
Meanwhile, we're begging Tyler Perry to hire another writer because the shit is so bad. Meanwhile, we're saying, please, stop writing everything. We can tell. Same thing with Taylor Swift. We can tell she did it by herself.
Let me read what I saw, and this was a perfect comment. When it comes to Taylor Swift, because people were saying, well, she write her own stuff by herself. Because whiteness as an institution doesn't value community and collectiveness. There's this hyper-focus on the individual and this constant reinforcement that doing something alone is the greatest key to success and is to be rewarded above all else. That's, when it comes to that, that's Taylor Swift. The individualism of it all.
Period. And you don't want to compare Tyler Perry with Taylor Swift, but they're both putting out very mediocre products without any kind of like, it feels soulless, it feels disingenuous, and it feels like there is a point to it that none of us are getting. Sorry. That those two things feel the same to me. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
That's all I got, friend.
Okay. We are at 49 minutes. Let's pick one more topic before we go ahead and wrap it up. Okay. Yeah, let's do Rapture.
Y'all actually think this is like... Because obviously it didn't happen when y'all postponed it to the 6th. Obviously, like... So what's the next date? Like, I'm just...
It's... Rapture... Yes, we do need community and we need to build. But, Rapture... Now, now, did you grow up with the Rapture shit, bullshit all the time? Okay, cool. Me too. So, I just want to tell you that, first of all, teaching your kids religion is abuse. I don't care what's happening. Because being told that I was going to burn in hell if I had bad thoughts... Just so you know, I was young and super impressionable. Shouldn't have told me that shit. Just saying. And the Rapture, starting with Y2K. I don't know how many people know about Y2K. Yes, there was a lady who took her kids to CPS because she thought the Rapture was going to happen. She took her children to CPS. And you have to understand, I grew up with that constant fear. Mm-hmm. And people need to realize that it's just constant fear, man. Because just like, what if I am left behind? There's a whole movie and book series about it.
Right.
So, the fear-mongering that it has, I'll be honest with you, at this point, what I am seeing from people looks a lot like religious psychosis. I am not a doctor. But seeing people give away their cars... the deeds to their homes, their children to CPS. Yeah. I don't understand why we can't call Christianity a cult. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, everybody thought Y2K was the Rapture. I will never forget. It was like a whole news story when I was a kid about this couple who thought Y2K was happening the next day. So they buried their money in the front yard. Lady woke up. This man took everything and left. She thought she was supposed to wake up in heaven. It ain't happened. She just woke up broke and not being able to pay her bills.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. The whole Rapture thing, it kind of triggers me. Because it makes me remember all of the things that I was constantly told growing up. Like, I couldn't even play Crash Bandicoot because of the little voodoo guy in the game. I wasn't able to do shit. I had to convince somebody to let my mom... I had to convince somebody to let me read Harry Potter. I had to go tell some white lady, hey, tell my mom that it's going to make my vocabulary better because it's written by English people. Mm-hmm. The fuck?
My mom hated that voodoo stuff because she didn't like me playing Crash Bandicoot either. I was like, and something in the back of my head was saying, something's anti-black about this. You not wanting to play this because this is pretty damn African spirituals. That's a lot of stuff. But like,
and the fact that voodoo is African spirituality, and that's the one that we have been told that is the worst and most demonic thing ever. You don't think that's by design? You don't think that's by design? Listen, I'm a witch and they're an atheist. So we're obviously so far gone from these things. But at the same time, I feel like watching this happen in front of our eyes is actually way scarier as an adult. Because as a child, I was still suspending belief. Like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow we will all be in heaven. I don't know. Like, because you're a kid. You're an adult and you're like, no, this is harmful. Those children who got sent to CPS by their mother, can you think of the trauma? So you by the way, they even say in the Bible that no one will know when the rapture happens. That's actually in the Bible, that no one will know. Right. And if somebody does tell you that they know, it's supposed to be like a false prophet. Like, that's like in the stuff, right? Think about these kids who are sitting in a foster home, most likely separated. And they will think to themselves, my mother's religion mattered so much more than me. I asked my mom, would you sacrifice me the way Abraham was going to sacrifice their baby? And then that person in their religious psychosis will say yes. they will say yes. If I hear something telling me to kill my baby, I'm going to the emergency hospital. I'm saying I need a straitjacket because that can't be right.
They're conditioned to put God, then family. Literally, you put God first in everything, and that's when people put God first in the bio. I'm like, block, get the fuck out my face. Oh, you're dangerous, because that's a dangerous mindset to have. I said what I said.
Yeah.
God first is dangerous. Why are you putting God first over your children?
Couldn't watch Waverly Place or Vampire Diaries just because I grew up in a Christian household. I cannot tell you how many things that we weren't allowed to look at or listen to. And it's why I say that it's also a cult, because they literally want to take knowledge from you. You don't think that it's strange that the reason that God cursed Adam and Eve was because they ate from the tree of knowledge, not the tree of sin? The tree of knowledge. That don't feel weird to you?
That's like the ultimate form of oppression, is to not question things.
Bro, it's ironic that a lot of Christian music groups are going through essay litigation. Yeah! What? My jaw remained in place. Forks reside in the kitchen. I want to compile a list and send them to my mom. You should. More than likely, sadly, they're so like indoctrinated, they probably won't read it. But at the same time, I still think that it would be helpful because at least at the end of the day, you knew you did your best. So when you decide to let go of certain relationships, you know you did what you were supposed to do. So, but yeah, no, I find it really sad. At first it was hilarious, and then I stopped laughing. After a while, the whole Rapture TikTok thing was not fucking funny, man, because these people were dead ass serious about what they were doing with their lives. And it is horrifying. It's horrifying. It truly is. It's crazy that we're leaving on that topic. But, but
I'm lucky enough to have escaped that, for real. Because I used to be one of these people.
Same.
Like, who would have thunk it right? Me. Because I'm actually anti-theist as well. So,
you know,
I used to be like, prayed up, stay prayed up, and I didn't see you at church Sunday, and all this other dumb shit. I used to be one of those.
I would be in a fucking Publix, standing in line, proselytizing to people. Do you have Jesus in your heart? I'm 14 years old. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I used to be one of the ones to tell homeless folks, but hey, I ain't got it, but God will change your life one day. Yeah, one of those assholes.
Thank you.
As I make my way onto my fucking house.
I will take your good wishes and I will turn them into food. Yum, 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 delicioso. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you see how that, like, I don't know. I at this point, I truly hope that these people have family members who are going to be able to get them some type of help. They already said that October 6th was going to be the new fucking Rapture. That's already passed. It's October 8th. I don't know if there's going to be another one in 6 months. Who knows? But I'm used to this. I'm used to having a Rapture every 3 to 5 years that we all have to pay attention to. So I'm not moved, but my heart really does hurt for the people who are in it right now, because I was in it. And it was that serious. And it did feel like life and death. And I feel like we're not taking that seriously, because I too was laughing. But I'm like, no, these people really need help.
Yeah.
Because this is real for them. And they will do real things because of what they feel is real to them.
We live in two completely different worlds. Like, their worldview is completely different. Okay?
It's not based in reality. A lot of it is not based in reality, and I'm not even trying to be mean when I say that. As a person who is not anti-theist, I like I said, I'm a witch, so there's some kind of theism in there. You know, so
and you see how we get along.
Apparently that's another show, because people can't understand that. How can you do that? The fuck? Be nice, whatever. But what I will say in closing is, I really hope that these people get the help that they need, and I truly hope that a lot of us are going to start checking ourselves, because no one is above getting into a cult. Once you believe that you would never be, quote unquote, dumb enough to get into a cult, you might already be in one. I'm going to leave it there.
Yep.
Well,
hate to leave it. Well, yeah, this is where we left it at.
This is where we're at.
Earth's Ghetto.
Listen, and Earth be Ghetto. What you want to do?
Like, this is what we talking about.
But thank you so much for everybody's comments, for coming in to see the show with us. And just remember that being queer is African. We are going to always be your arsenal, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Bye, hoes.
Peace.